The number one objection I hear agency owners having to struggle with, including myself, in 2025, because every industry is saturated or competitive, is what makes you and your agency different. Sound familiar? And look, I hate to break it to you, but most agency owners are genuinely the same, or at least that's how most owners perceive their agency owners. I know this because I talk to thousands and thousands of agency owners. I coach for several different agency communities, such as Joe Kaplan's in Agency Lab, Ty Lopez in his SMMA program, and now I'm helping other people like Nathan Bentley in his program Steal My Agency, and a plethora of others. And in my one-on-one consultation discovery calls with agency owners, 99% of the services I hear are the exact same thing. I've already heard it before. Yet despite everything I said about everyone being the same in terms of service, there are a lot of people who are still cracking the code and handling this objection correctly. And it's usually not because of something they're doing in sales, but because they're doing something right with their business model. In fact, these agency owners are landing 3, 4, 5 appointments a day in their industry because people want to talk to them. And that number one thing is having a compelling offer. Just like Alex Hormozi said, no offer, no business, no life. Okay offer, okay business, okay life. Good offer, good business, good life. Great offer, great business, great life. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about 4 ways to differentiate yourself with a compelling offer. The first is having a meaningful promise. The second is having a risk reversal. The third thing is having a different vehicle. And the fourth, what I call, is wearing a doctor's coat. So let's start from the top and talk about promise. So in most industries, your offer needs to be more compelling than just saying, I'll get you 30 leads in 30 days, whether that be booked appointments, per show appointment, or for example, revenue based. And the closer you can talk about their bottom line, the easier it is for them to understand that you actually have confidence in your system to actually bring them a revenue, which is always what a business wants. So for example, one of my friends who runs a car detailing business literally just runs an offer with a promise that says, hey, I'll get you 10 to 15 ceramic coating jobs in 30 days or you don't pay. His risk reversal. In the gym space, what I used to say was, hey, personal trainer, I can get you 10 PT clients in 45 days or I work for free. And the more tangible you can make it, because I know some people offer SaaS or some people offer SEO, you can still create a promise in saying, I can bring you high intent business, because in SEO, obviously the leads are coming to them via website or Google. The second thing is risk reversal, basically financially hedging their risk when partnering with you. So you can go on a scale from saying, or you don't pay the next month if we don't get it, or we work for free until we do, or you can finally get to the other side and say, or we'll give you a refund, and dare I say, or we can give you a refund plus a $500 check for wasting your time. Now the key behind that is make sure you have solid contingencies to protect yourself in case you do an offer where it is them landing jobs, clients, patients, and deals, okay? Because obviously that's out of your control as an agency owner. Now on the flip side with risk reversals, you can also do a performance base, which is personally what I've been doing to help lawyers. So basically they pay me per case, they just gotta pay it in a package, right? So we say, hey, you only pay per qualified lead, which is what exactly lawyers and attorneys want. So now the third thing is having a new vehicle. Now this one isn't as easy as the first or second one, because this one genuinely means having a different service. For example, when I was helping gyms in 2022, when TikTok was on the rise as an ad platform, I was quick to jump on it as a new vehicle, which helped me set me apart. So whenever someone on the sales call asked me, hey, what makes you different, Marques? I literally told them, hey, you know how Facebook ads has been getting stale and that you've already tried it and been burnt before by agencies who use Facebook ads? Well, we actually use TikTok ads to generate you new business and ultimately get you better qualified leads, because you're the only one on there in your local area. And in 2025, that easy thing could be artificial intelligence, maybe perhaps using AI callers so that it saves them time, and honestly, they don't have to pay their front desk to take the calls. Maybe the front desk is just too busy as well. My point is, it's a new way to grab attention on the front end for your agency to get more appointments, and ultimately for the business owners you're going after to see that there's a new way to get leads that isn't the same as every other agency. Now, the fourth thing I said was wearing the doctor's coat, because no one questions a doctor as much, right? Because we trust them. And so to be honest with you, this is one of the more harder ones out of the 3, but this one is a real hack. And that is to become your prospect or to partner with your prospect. What do I mean by that? Seriously, I mean positioning yourself as one of them. For example, I have friends who are in the dental space who are literally becoming doctors and then they just become an agency, but what helps them in their outreach method is not saying that they're an agency owner, but saying that they are just like one of them who actually has grown a practice and would love to show them how they've done it for themselves. Now, the other way, obviously, we're not going to become doctors or roofers or gym owners or personal trainers, is to partner with someone and say, hey, is it okay if we brand, through your business, how we are able to grow your business, right? And basically position yourself as an employee, as a marketing person, and say, hey, this is what worked for this med spa clinic. Would love to show you exactly how we're doing it here in Denver or here in Seattle. You see, that's one of the big things that's been helping Kyle and Josh in the real estate space because they're realtors in New York. So they can take themselves out of marketing agency and actually place themselves as one of their clients. So with all 4 of those ideas in mind, now you can create a combination of a promise, a risk reversal, a vehicle, and also trying to become one of your clients. So I know you guys are in different industries, so if you want help crafting an offer, which I've done hundreds of times for agencies like Kyle and Josh and these other agency owners who scale to 100K a month, go ahead and DM me on my Instagram or go ahead and book a call with me, and I'd love to kind of show you how you can do that. But my agency friends, you guys have a good service. Let's just not make you the best kept secret. Create a new offer that's compelling and that's going to differentiate yourself. Now, with that said, on LinkedIn specifically, how you can get the most out of it is having not only a compelling offer, but once you got one, now you want to 3x the amount in volume because volume is king. So I have this other video I'd love to share with you somewhere around this video or in the descriptions below. Check it out so you can see exactly how to grow your LinkedIn outreach method and start getting 3, 5, even 10 appointments a day.